rising cost of eggs, I just wanted to share with you some egg alternatives. Now, the first thing I want to say is, whenever I tell someone that I have transitioned from a meat-based to a plant-based diet, the first question they always ask me is how I get my protein. And this is how I get my protein. All of these items that I'm going to share with you today, they all contain protein. Some have more than others, but they all contain protein. The first thing that I want to share is going to be chickpea flour. 1/4 cup of chickpea flour contains 6 grams of protein. So with 1/4 cup of chickpea flour, and that is what the recipe would call for, 1/4 cup of chickpea flour will get you just as much protein as 1 egg. Another thing that I like about chickpea flour is if I don't have any chickpea flour or I can't find any chickpea flour, I can easily make chickpea flour by putting garbanzo beans inside of a coffee grinder and blending it up. I can get fresh homemade chickpea flour. Whenever I am making chickpea flour eggs for the seasoning, I always use nutritional yeast. I use onion powder. I use garlic powder, and I don't have any out here with me today, but I always use pink Himalayan sea salt. And so anytime you are cooking plant-based, it's going to be very important to make sure that you're using the right amount of seasoning because it will give it that flavor. The next item that I want to share with you is flaxseed. Anytime I'm going to make a meatless meatloaf, meatless wings, or meatless hamburger, for the binder, I will use flaxseed. Now, flaxseed contains only 2 grams of protein for a tablespoon. So if you are, let's say, using 2 tablespoons, and you get 4 grams of protein. Last thing that I want to share with you is going to be tofu. Now, tofu's not my favorite. I can't say tofu's not my favorite, but tofu does contain, for 1/5 of a block of tofu, you get 8 grams of protein. For coloring, whenever I'm making tofu eggs for coloring, I will use some turmeric. I also use pink Himalayan sea salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and all those ingredients that will give it its flavor. One thing I do want to share with you about all of these items, they are all organic. They all say organic. These are all organic. And the reason that you want to buy organic is because what organic means is these items were not treated with pesticides. And although your mind may say, okay, they cost more, I'm just going to get the regular kind. You don't want the regular kind. You want to spend that extra $1 or the extra $2 and maybe cut something else out because you don't want to expose those items to your body. You don't want to expose toxic chemicals to your body, because just think of it this way. If you put a sandwich down on a table and you sprayed for ants and all of the ant spray fell on your sandwich, you would not want to eat that sandwich. But that is what's happening with items that are not organic. They're being treated with herbicides to kill pests. And so you definitely do not want to eat foods that are not organic. Even though they are the cheapest option, you don't want to do that, especially not for long periods of time. You want to get to a point where you are getting the organic because it's going to be better for your body in the long run. So these are all of the egg alternatives that I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.